everybody is focused, those who are aware, whether he is a, I very recently again I happened to read. I am talking so much of telling so much of stories. I'm sorry. Very recently I happened to read a book. Again, it says about a beggar who was sitting in front of a temple.
Okay.
When fine evening, a boy came to him. He wanted to know, where can I have food? Then he said, this is 8:30 p.m. So you go to this temple.
Okay.
He went over there and he had the food.
Okay.
He had the food from that temple. Next day also he was asking this person, this beggar, where can I have? He said. So one day he asked, how come you know all this? How do you know all this? Then the beggar showed him a small diary which has got all the datas of the temples, where you can food, at what time, what do they get, all the datas are there.
Yeah.
The data is power. That is the knowledge is power. You cannot be, you cannot say that he is not focused. He is focused. That is why he had the data.
Yeah, obviously.
So you cannot underestimate anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has got the datas and information as much as they want. The beggar needs data about where he gets food. I may need where my data will be how many companies are there, where can I get a consultation. Alfonso will be thinking in her education line. That doesn't mean that we are not focused or we are not aware about other sides. We are, but we take what we need.
Yes.
We take what we need. That's it.
More to what sir is saying. First of all, I feel that it is the judgmental or the criticism part is a very basic nature of human beings, irrespective of the region, irrespective of the region. Now, here, like Oommen sir said, we must educate the girls, especially in the rural parts, whether it is South India, East India, any part, North India, because unless and until we do that, we will not change, the thought process. Unless and until we give our children, our girls, the opportunity to grow, to become something, we will not bring about the change, and the judgmental part or the criticism will carry on. For that, we have to be a voice. If we are an echo, right? See, if we become a voice, that means we have the ability to voice that, we are this and we are that. Unless and until you do something about it, you cannot become a voice. I can just say, oh, there is so much of pollution, there is so much of this. But unless and until I am not doing anything about it, I cannot be a voice. Now, right? So I will just remain an echo if I don't work towards it. So what I want to tell you is that, today, whoever is judging me, right? Whoever is judging me will think, oh, she has done this, so that is why she can say that, isn't it? Because, yes, I was given that opportunity, an equal opportunity, right, by my folks. So I am expanding that. And if I am expanding that, I will make sure that my future generation, my girls or my boys are able to learn and expand on that. Right. And honestly, for me, I'm telling you, criticism is a big motivator. If you have criticism, right? And the criticism is a good criticism. And you know why it is a motivator? Because there will be a retrospect. You will actually think, why am I being criticized? And that thing, more than the criticizer, it will work on you, and you will work towards your self-growth. And you will actually work towards changing the judgment of the criticizer. So in a way, I feel it's very nice. Let them be judgmental. Let them criticize, irrespective of the region. But you have to show your own girth. You have to show your own power. And here you have to believe in yourself. You have to be strong. You have to be confident. You have to have a dream, an aspiration to move ahead. So criticisms and judgments are welcome. Never mind.
Yeah, they will make us more stronger.
You
Yes,
can
yes.
look at, I've taken it in another way also. They are making the criticism behind you.
Yeah,
Until and unless they come to your friend, you
yes.
are the friend runner. You are the friend runner. They are making, they are not looking, standing in your friend and saying that making the criticism. They make the criticism behind you.
But somehow we will know that.
Who
Yes.
cares?
And
Once
somehow,
again,
yeah,
who
yes,
cares?
please.
Who cares?
Mm.
Attitude must be like that. Anyhow, I am still now, I am in friend. Nobody is in my friend. They are
Uh-huh.
making at the back. They are standing back. That's the
Yeah,
attitude. That
yeah,
should be the attitude. So
yeah.
I don't think it's a that's a big I mean, what do you
No,
call
it should be a pullback. Yeah.
that's not a disappointing, or that's not going to disappoint you. It's
That's
something you have
something
to
good.
focus.
That, like ma'am said, it will make us stronger
What
and
will
make
make
us
us
a
love?
better
This is the
person.
attitude. Nobody is in my friend. I am
Yeah,
still leading. I am
yeah,
still leading the line. Whoever
yeah,
criticizes, they are making the criticism behind me.
yeah,
Unless and until they come to my friend and they look at and tell you, this is what happened, I
And
am running.
it's
yeah.
a very basic human nature. It's a very
Right.
basic human nature.
Uh-huh.
If you are
But I
growing,
thought it's
then
more in South India. That's why I mentioned it.
no, no. When I said, see, the basic human nature remains the same, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yes,
Irrespective where you are born.
yes,
So if a human nature is, that, we have to pull each other down, we have to criticize each other, it will
yes,
remain the
yes.
same,
Same. Yeah,
right? Now
yeah,
here, let us be positive. Let us think that, oh, whoever is criticizing or judging you is creating a path for you to success,
yes, yes,
because
yes.
you will analyze yourself, you will
Yeah,
work hard, you will,
yeah,
try, you will at each stage, you are trying to better yourself. So in
yeah,
that, whatever may happen, the criticizer is at a loss, not you. You are
yes.
growing, you will
True.
move ahead, and one fine day that person will come and actually, thank you, or would pat your back. even
Yeah.
if even if that person has not patted your back,
Mhm.
in some way he has motivated you, so he's your motivator
Yes, yes,
to achieve the
yes.
unachievable.
True. Yeah, I
So
understand.
I don't think, you should, because see, honestly, in my journey also,
Uh,
I have faced a lot of challenges,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So see, when you step out in a man's world,
yeah,
and you are very young, there are all eyes on you, and there are, oh, she's standing here. Maybe she thinks, she's good looking, but she does not have any substance. So unless and until you talk, unless and until they know that
yeah,
yes, it is not just that, you are a lady or an object of beauty,
yeah.
you know, it is not that. It is that yes, you have that substance and you are at par. They will
Mm.
not give you that equality status. They will not treat you seriously. So somewhere it is us. The onus lies on us ourselves to be what we are.
Yeah,
And
ma'am is
that
saying
is,
that, yeah, each one
uh,
of us as girls, we have to take effort. We have to give our best, and we have to take more effort to bring out the best in us.
true, true,
Yeah, yeah,
true. So that
okay.
really helps. See, I've worked a lot with these rural girls, right?
Yeah.
Or girls in the villages, working with slum schools and, things like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
honestly will tell you, uh, I found, I found that girls, really want to study. Girls,
Yeah,
want to give in their best, uh,
yeah,
because for them the distractions are less. For them, it is not that I want to go out and play. It is not. For them, it is they want to be what they want to be. Somewhere, it may be, they want to please their parents. Somewhere,
yeah,
they want to please somebody, but,
yeah,
but whatever they are doing, they are working hard. And
yeah,
yes, they are achieving their goals. Anywhere you open and you see, all the girls are, doing fantastic. I mean, I'm so proud to say, whether it is Kalpana Chawla or, anybody,
yeah,
as a matter of fact, these
yes,
girls are going places.
yes,
So it
yes,
is we
yes,
as ladies, as girls, have to handhold and make
yeah,
sure that you reach your goal rather than pulling you down. You
yeah,
got me? So
yes.
here
Rather
we
than
with a,
sitting
we
under the roof.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
an open mind, and here, yes, you have to work hard with the rural people. In fact, you have to work hard with some particular, cities also. You have to make sure that they understand this and they educate their girls equally as compared to boys.
Boys.
So
Yeah.
now things are changing. I feel now it is really we are moving ahead, and we definitely very soon, it will be girl power is much more.
Yeah, there are more opportunities as well nowadays. And also, ma'am said about the dream. Oommen sir also mentioned about that, and I have read that ma'am will talk to plants. So what about that? I want to know what is that, and also I think to talk to plants and to enjoy the environment, the beauty of the environment, we should have a different level of thinking for that. We should have. I think there should be a point of spirituality where we are able to talk to plants. So I wanted to know what is that about?
Now, Lily, tell me something. You must be having very good memories of, your childhood when your mother would, see, when your mother would come to you and, she would sing a lullaby or she would read, some paragraphs for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yes,
so,
some
so,
stories or something like
some
that.
story, and
Yes,
we also believe, that, when a lady is pregnant and
yes,
she reads a book, right?
okay,
She
yeah,
reads positive things.
yeah,
It could be a spiritual book or it could be anything, as a matter
yeah,
of fact. If you're reading that, so the baby in the womb is happy. So you have a happy baby, right?
yeah, yeah,
Because since day one, you are talking, and somewhere, because there's life inside your womb.
yes,
So,
yes,
the child is hearing what you're saying,
yeah,
right? In the same way, plants also have life, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah, that is why they grow, that is why they bloom. So you try this experiment. You take a plant and
okay,
you see if the leaves are, wilting.
yeah,
You water it. Just speak to your plant. As if it was your own baby, as if it
okay,
was your own. Try.
yeah,
You actually play music for that plant, and you will see the difference in a week's time, that plant with good watering, with the love and affection, will bloom. So what are you doing? You are nurturing the plant.
yeah,
Similarly, you nurture the child, right?
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
similarly, it is, nature is very vast. So like we nurture a child, we nurture the plant. So I love talking to my plants, and believe you me, people, initially my family would also laugh, but I would tell them, you see the difference. Now I will have the tomatoes, now I will have the strawberries, and it gives me immense joy to see that
mm-hmm.
happening. And I feel a level of, I feel great positivity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but then, ma'am, with this profile, you would be really busy, right? So how do you manage to talk to plants?
See, I am an early person. I am
Yeah,
an early
okay.
person,
Mm,
and I love that time which I have. You may call it, your me time, but I
mhm.
love that time because, see, that is the time of the day when, even if I get that half an hour to my own self,
Yeah,
right, I will
yeah.
talk to my plants. I will
You
like
will
to cook.
find time for it.
Yeah, I have to find time because
Okay,
if I have a very long day,
okay.
right, there has
Yeah,
to be something which keeps me going,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it is the sight of my garden, it is the sight of my kitchen, which makes me feel very happy. And it is a de-stress factor for me, and it keeps me going. I would love to cook. I would love to go, pluck, small, like, coriander or dhania and all these things, or lemongrass for my tea, talk to my
Mm-hmm.
plant. It is that time. And it is also the time of the day when I can actually pen down my thoughts. So that is
Mm-hmm.
how, like, that is how my book came into being, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to sit in my lounge. I have a very big mirror where I could see myself, my plants. I would talk to them, and I could see myself. So every day when I could see myself, then I started thinking, you know, about the reflection I saw each day.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I was very happy. Some days, I was, oh my God, I have to run, I have to, do this, I have to do that. Someday I was a mother, someday, I was a daughter-in-law. So that is where my book came into being. So that is the day, that is the part of the day which for me is my wonderful, wonderful space, which gives me that boost that yes, you can do it. It
Mm-hmm.
gives me this positive energy, I would say. So,
Okay.
so I find time for my
So
plants. I find time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So ma'am is saying that like every people will have a positive energy doing this if at all they are trying to do this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
it is. See, for me, if I may say, it is what you get what you manifest.
Yeah.
Right? If you
Yes.
think of positive things, if you are thinking of positivity, you know,
Yeah.
positivity will happen around you. If you think of negative things, you are manifesting the negative things in
Oh,
your life.
so
So think
negatives
of
will
positive.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think of positive things. When you get up, when you get up, see, you are the person who, you look at yourself first thing in the mirror, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Right? So why can't you, look at your smile, admire yourself and say, I'm the best, all will be well. And you see a marked difference in the, way the day will proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I stand in the mirror and I say, oh my God, ये तो मैं बहुत गंदी लग रही हूँ, or something, ये क्या
Yeah.
है, I am not well, you will automatically feel unwell. So
Yeah.
have positivity in your life, have
Yeah.
positive manifestations. The universe hears us. So whatever
Yeah.
we say comes back to us somewhere. So
Yeah.
try, and this positive vibe will definitely carry you forward.
Yeah, and also, ma'am, I have read that one incident have actually changed and transformed your life. That is the boy who took the banana, like as woman sir mentioned it before. He took it from the garbage, and then he ran towards his mother to give it to his sibling. So that is something that is very sad when we even think about it. So at the same time, what I feel that nowadays the technology is developing. People are exposed to different kind of videos which have extreme emotions. Like youth, every youth, they have extreme emotions. So these 15 seconds Instagram videos actually is pushing them to the extreme emotions. But when they see something like this, they are not actually feeling that empathy. So they like children are not bothered about these things nowadays. So what does ma'am say on these things?
See, like you said, yeah, like you said, life has become easy for them.
Easy, yes.
Right? So if a child will ask for any XYZ thing, he or she will get that immediately because the parents, both of them are working and they do not have that kind of time. So they
Yeah.
feel they feel that if they provide whatever the child may ask, right?
Yes.
So they
Yes.
are they are making the child happy. But
Yeah.
somewhere they are not making the child happy because you rightly said it's a
Yeah.
digital world. There are so many gadgets we have,
Yes.
but have we ever thought that, in our day, in our day, we can have, we can begin with, 15 minutes of no gadget time. We
Yeah.
can have, half an hour no gadget time. And you see,
Yeah.
uh, slowly by slowly, inculcate the habit of increasing that no gadget time so that you have time for your emotions. You have time to think. You have time to connect. Now, like you said, that, if something is happening in front of them,
Yeah.
they are so preoccupied because,
Yes.
yeah, they have watched something. So they are
Yes.
preoccupied in their own emotions, right? So
Yeah.
they, even
Yes.
if they are seeing something happening in front of them, they are not bothered,
They
right?
are not bothered. Yeah,
They are
exactly,
not
ma'am.
bothered. Yeah. So, but here, yes, we have to inculcate that habit, since the beginning.
Yeah.
At 20, if I tell somebody that please do not use your phone for 15 minutes, the person will look at me, with, or, he'll be dumbstruck.
Why are you
What is
giving
she?
me unnecessary advices?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. But you know what? Somewhere, rather than, saying this at 20, we inculcate this from the beginning.
Yeah.
Why can't we start inculcating the earlier habits we had? When I was growing up, and sir will agree with me, when we were growing up,
Yeah.
uh, we were given books
Mm.
to read. The
Yeah.
television, we had a television, but the television, there was a time slot for the
Mm-hmm.
television.
Okay.
And there was a time slot for the dinner, and the family sat together for dinner,
Mm, yeah.
whatever it may be.
Okay.
So if we go back, if we go back to these basic things, right? And, when I say the family is together for dinner, there is a reason for it.
Hmm.
You teach each other. You teach each other the value of food.
Yeah.
See, for me, the value of food is very, very important. So believe you me, wherever I may go, I will take only that much that I want to eat or finish. Because that grain which I leave
Hmm.
is, getting wasted. Maybe I have snatched that grain from somebody else's mouth,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So how can I waste? And believe you me, like I am coming as the district chairman for Innovi, chapter
Yeah.
301. That means Delhi NCR clubs. So, we
Yeah.
have a very strong force of about 4,000 ladies. And here,
Yeah.
one of my main agendas is to inculcate this habit, in ladies, of not taking too much of food, not wasting it. You can take 4 servings. Nobody is judging you.
Yeah.
You take 4 servings, take little servings, finish that, and inculcate that in your home. Now, why I said, 4,000 ladies? Because these 4,000 ladies, you multiply them, multiply with them by 3 or 4, because the family may be of 3 people or it may be of 4 people. So, can you imagine, so this particular message will trickle down to so many more. So, there is a multiplication factor. So, that is why, we can start with it right away. But today, sit, have a family dinner or whatever you can have together. Don't waste food. Talk to each other. That is the time when don't have your phones. Then, you will go back to having empathy. You will go back to nurturing those emotions. You will listen. You will sit down. You will listen that your mom's tired. Today she had a hard day. So, somewhere your emotions will go strong that what can I do? How can I help her? Right.
So,
Similarly, yeah.
ma'am, having a little quantity of food, I didn't understand that. Like 4,000 women are there, so you have given what
We
about
see, my aim, I'll tell you. My aim
yeah,
is that no wastage,
okay,
no wastage.
yeah,
Okay. Now, if I go somewhere and I take food which I cannot eat,
yeah,
right? These days, everybody is very conscious. They will eat limited things,
diet, yeah, yeah,
limited
diet
diet. Now,
conscious,
suppose
yes,
I come to your home and you
yeah,
are serving me, right? You are
yeah,
serving me a platter which
yeah,
has lots of things,
huh,
right? Now,
yeah,
that platter, I'm not sure whether I will be able to do
to
justice and
finish it,
finish off, right?
yeah,
Now, to make that platter, somebody has put in the effort to grow the
obviously,
grain.
yeah,
Somebody has put in the effort to get it home. Somebody
yes,
has put in the effort to cook,
yes,
right? And
yes,
here I am that I have taken a morsel and the remaining I don't want to eat. So what happens to it? It will be thrown.
yes,
Yeah,
wastage, yes,
it will be waste. It will be wasted. So here I am saying, I'm not telling the ladies, I'm telling everybody,
yeah,
everybody,
every, hmm,
take only,
what is
you know,
required,
what is required. You can take a helping 4 times. Nobody is going to judge you. You eat as much as you want, but please don't waste it, because whenever I see, food being wasted, that particular sight of the small boy who ran, with the banana peel from the garbage, to his mother to feed the siblings, I cannot just forget it. I mean,
yeah,
I feel that we are blessed. What
hmm,
about
yes,
so many others who are not blessed?
hmm,
So, where are we contributing? What are we doing towards that?
hmm,
So that is a message. When I say it, I am wanting to give the message to the 4,000 ladies, because each lady has a home. The home is made
yes,
up of 3 people or 4 people. So when she
yes,
goes back and she tells the family, so you can imagine it's a chain. Now, today, if
yes,
I'm telling you this, I'm sure you will go back home. You will tell your mother that I met a lady, she was saying this, right? Your mother will tell her friends, her relatives, right? You will
yes,
tell your
exactly,
friends. So imagine the amount of people we are talking to. And
yes,
out of these people, even if 1%
yes,
start following it, we can
hmm,
Yeah.
curb on the wastage and we can
yes,
feed more.
yes, 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 sir,
No, no, no. I'm just listening to it, and I'm expressed. That's it. As she said, the sitting together and having food, the
yes,
socialization of the kids. It never happens. That is why we don't have the soul and we don't have the kindness, or we don't care for others.
Empathy is not there for the youth nowadays.
It is not for the youth nowadays just because they are not interacting. The interpersonal skill is not there. They are not interacting with the society. They are not interacting with their siblings because they are not sitting together and having the food. The major thing that takes place when you sit together and having food is they interact, even though, and they share the food.
Yeah.
You know, recently there is a survey conducted by UNDP in 136 countries. They say is Indian, especially the South Indian, and more specifically the Keralites. And when again as heroine, it comes the NRIs of Kerala, siblings of NRIs of Kerala. They can't stand. A no. They can't stand a no. The suicidal rate is very high.
Yeah.
And when you look back again on the first position, it is Palestine. Why Palestine? You have to think about it, no? Why Palestine? How many kids have their dreams come true, or dreams about the toy? At least a night without science, without the sound of bombers. And look at the boys of Bangladesh. They are in the third position. Why we are in 135th position? Because everything is accessible for them. They can't stand and no, especially the NRI kids of Kerala, because more than 35% of Keralites are NRIs.
They can't take the negativity.
They can take the negative. I do have the same thing in my home, my little one. If I say no, that is it.
Yeah, they don't know like how to handle this negative situations and problems.
It is simply you say they can't stand a no. They can listen to a no. We have to bring them up. That is where the women, the role of the women comes. The sharing, caring, and those things. Of course, the father has his share. Definitely, the male or the father. Let us say the father, senior most member of the family.
Yeah.
They have the share. They have their contribution towards telling them this is what I have with me. We have to stay with this. I can't have more than two today. Two, let us say, 2 bananas or 2 chicken legs, 2 barbecue, not more than that. With the 2, you 6 have to get satisfied. It only takes place when sit around a table and share.
Yeah.
You have to, as Dr. Manisha said, that the empathy part of it should work only when you sit together. When you keep on crashing on your mobile, you are out of the world.
Yes.
You have mobile, you have video games, you are out of the world. And every other option is checked.
Yeah, youth are focused to, create the new reel, new post.
No, it is self-focused. It is self-focused.
Yeah, self-focused. They wanted to show that they are living in a very lovable family, very cooperative family. They love each other so much, but the actual reality would be different.
But one positive thing is there when you that again I am coming to the north. You forget about the south. Coming to the north, there how caring, how much they care about the welfare of the nation, how much they care about the politics, how much they care about the bureaucratism. No, that is it is all reflected in the universities of the northern side. Whereas what is it happening in the south? Yeah, since you said the south, I'm just saying all about the negative south.
I've created a segregation here.
There is no
Don't create a
segregation.
I would recommend that don't create a segregation.
Because I have traveled. I have seen.
I didn't mean to create it.
No. It is not like that. We can see one India. If you go to JNU, you can see one India. If you go to Delhi University, you can see the same in Aligarh University. You come to Mumbai universities, you can see that. You go to the Bangalore University cities, you can see that. You go to the Stella Maris of Chennai, you can see that. Because a cross section of the country is there. We don't have that kind of an atmosphere in our place. That is the major problem that we face. That is why the segregation, even we thought about the segregation. We have not seen the world. Our parents are very protective. Our parents are very protective and they don't want our children, our kids to go out of the cocoon. They just don't want to go out of the cocoon. That is what it is.
But sir, if I may add here,
Please.
unless and until we don't give our children wings, how do we expect them to grow? How do we expect them to learn? How do we expect them to see the world and become better and better? So we have to give them wings, and this is what our generation has to learn. It is, I mean, this I have seen, irrespective of the region, now it is changing. Now, the society thinks in a much, different manner. Now, people, start, whether it is north, south, east, west, irrespective, they've started thinking that, yeah, the time has come that when, they will have an empty nest. So when they have an empty nest, when the children have gone, they've taken wings, so that is the time when they can realize and do things which they have not been doing in the years because they were so committed to their children growing or they were working. So I would say, now times are changing and changing for the better because, there is, it's never too late to realize your dream. Today, if I want to go ahead and learn, singing, which I've never done for whatever reasons, I have that zone where I can do it. Earlier somebody would say, "Arey, अब इसको गाना गाने की क्या जरूरत है?" Now today it is, my family is moving ahead, settled. So yeah, I can do what I want to do. And each one has a dream. मैंने ये नहीं किया. Each one has something which that person wants to do. And why not? And why not? And Lilia, you had said something like, no. And sir, even you said, that today's children don't want to hear no.
Yeah.
I feel if we don't say no, if we don't say the word no, rather, we take it differently. We tell them, you do this and you get this. So you are giving them a goal. You are not saying no, right? You are not creating a negative
Yeah,
thought.
that would be a
Rather,
very
rather,
powerful.
180-degree turn, you are, putting some food for thought. तुमको ये करोगे, ये मिलेगा.
Yeah.
So automatically, because आज,
Their
if
thinking
somebody
process
tells,
will change.
yeah, the process will change. So our idea today should be to work towards a positive change, and that we can do. It is the
Yeah.
same language. It is the same words,
Yeah.
but use the words in such a manner that there is nothing like a no. There is nothing like you cannot do.
So
See,
that's
if
a
I
very
tell
good.
you, Lilia, today, you
Yeah.
can do it, right? You
Mm.
will love to do it. And you will take an effort. Oh, I met that lady, she said you can do it. But if I tell you, you know, oh, come on, you cannot do this.
Mm.
You will be disheartened, you will go back
Yeah.
and you will not do other things you love to do.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
put the no word in such a way that
It
they
is
can learn.
also
Sir,
positive.
I mentioned this because you said your grandson, that's why I mentioned this, that it is how, you put it across, and that is how, it changes the perspective of a thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's already 6:05 and we
Oh.
have time constraints, so we have to stop here. I have a lot of questions, even more questions.